The method of this week is in different groups, both Kenyan, Dutch, but mainly international partners. In 3 groups, they are through workshops. They try to invent local solutions for 3 different locations. And what I've learned from that is also very project specific.
Models or strategies coming out of this workshop. And what of course is important is that the people who are responsible for this public space are going to implement it together with the organizations who have organized this workshop.
The reason why I'm here is to share our experience as hope raisers in working along the public spaces. We have very few spaces around, and this becomes a very difficult situation for us to implement some of the dreams and the vision that we have towards making a better community.
Since 80s, we used to dump here, and we neglected and ignored that, and it became a heap. So later on, snakes will be found here, or big rats will be found here, and nobody will ever even step here. So we started the initiative to levelize, we dug the place, levelize it, and try to plant it.
The history of Kenya has its roots in Jivanjee Garden itself, the history of the griot. That's what we wanted to address, and even if we won't win, the history and the character of the place will always be there.
There is a target on public space, looking at safe, inclusive and green public spaces for women, children, the elderly and the disabled. And I think that this is something that we really would like to see sort of coming out in a lot of the discussions here.
Historical Dandora has been known as a dirty slum due to the reputation of the dump site. Also, due to some statistics, it has been mentioned as one of the most polluted places in the world.
I would say in terms of the process, a lot of things were already there. I don't think we invented so much. Speaking to the group and speaking to the local experts, they already knew a lot and understood a lot. But I think we helped them, maybe because we're so far back as outsiders and maybe have worked in other communities similar to theirs and other places, where we could help them understand some of their goals and how they relate.
Our pitch is simple, creating safer, sustainable communities that provides opportunities for all.
We are pitching on improving on what the Dandora community has already done by upgrading the courts within Dandora, something called the Mustard Seeds Organization. All we're seeking to do is expand that and replicate the good results that have come out of the efforts by the community and make sure that we all jump in to support them.
What we are pitching for is that Jivanjee can be a fertile ground for spatial ideas as well, for public space, not only within Jivanjee and its direct context, but also on CBD and also Nairobi at large.
We want to look at this lab, to see different types of public spaces, to create more generic models.
Lighting is going to be one of the most critical elements of improving both socially, economically, and even security-wise on matters public space.
Also try to see how we can include the business community in those challenges, in those projects. We as an embassy, the Netherlands, are very much willing to support that.
The main principles that we are advocating, and that is part of our planning, is to make sure that in new projects public space is guaranteed.
As a jury, we thought that Dandora was a project that was initiated by the community, and they've done a pretty good job at it as a community. But then also the team demonstrated how you can scale it up to all the neighborhoods of Dandora.
I congratulate them for the opportunity, and as long as it's going to transform the community in Dandora, this could have a ripple effect even to Korogocho and other neighborhoods.
Wow, quite a jovial feeling. I'm so happy, so very, very happy.